need of love. So let's dip about it. Shout out my guy Isaac the barber, man. I'm gonna get my hair cut today. I've been waiting, man. I've been waiting. Great escape. I'm in the truck. What up? What up? What up? What's cracking? Hold on, let me turn the Wi-Fi on the phone. We got some stuff we gonna chat about. Hold on. What's good with it, y'all? What's up? LB, I seen the Eagles roundtable was dope. Yeah, shout out to my guys, man. Gate City Sports, Philly Fresh, the Philly Talk podcast. Guys came through. I got a couple more joints lined up like that. I don't like to call it the roundtable because a lot of people do that. What y'all on though? High Dominion, what's up with you? My boy finally caught alive. What up? Lionel Shepard, what's up? Shout out to all the members, man. More and more members are joining every day. It's lit. It's a vibe. I'm going to the post office today to mail out some bottle caps. Some of y'all should be getting some bottle caps real soon. Shout out to you, the man above. Kevo the Prince, what's good? What's good, Chris Purvis? My peoples is in here, man. Yeah, lunchtime with the bullies. This how we rocking. I hope our Thega Whiteside breaks out. I hope so too. What's going on, Eagles realist? McWilliam Collin? What's up? Mike Polo, my guy, Mike Polo, man. Hey, shout out to you, Mike Polo, man, for sending me the picture with the windbreaker. I posted it on my IG. I'm gonna throw it up here on the Instagram shortly. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw it on Instagram shortly. Definitely was waiting for my merch. I got you, High Dominion. It's coming, bro. It's coming. Man, for real, all you gotta do is let me know when you in the area, for real. You know what I mean? You live pretty close to me. Louis T from the Redskins is trash. I'm not gonna say he trash, but the Redskins, trash. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it though, yo. What makes an elite quarterback? Bashir, my young boy. Make sure y'all sub up my young boy Bashir Randall, man. He in here right now, man. That's my young boy, man. He remind me so much of me and my friends when we was growing up. I was watching some of his videos the other day, and I almost felt like I was back in '04. You know what I'm saying? He really took me back to a time to where me and my homies used to stand on the corner, not even debating sports. We used to be doing other stuff, but in my mind, I'd be like, damn, who we play today? You know what I mean? I've always been a sports head, man. Make sure y'all sub him up, man. He is on the rise, and I'm going to have him on the show. For sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have him on the show. Why you keep saying Louis T from the Redskins is trash? Why you gotta do that? Losing their name really, Redskins buns. We ain't worrying about that. Crystal Hayes, what's up? How the Philadelphia best reporter in the world, Lord Brunson, give like a big hug. Safe. All right, you already know, Crystal. Thank you. You know what I mean? Consistency makes an elite quarterback. I'm gonna say that's one of the big reasons too. But it's a lot of speculation on people disagreeing that Carson Wentz is an elite quarterback. Let's talk about some of the guys that they do consider elite. Miss Stovall, what's up? You want to be on the show, Miss Stovall? I could put you in with the lady night segment that I'm doing. I could put you in with Rude Girl and Kirsten. You know what I mean? We all four of us. Dilly Philly, what's up, man? Appreciate you, bruh. Thank you for the donation. You know what I'm saying? Produced by Swift. What up? Make me a beat, Swift, for my intro. You know what I'm saying? Williams and Douglas should have been released. They shouldn't have been released. Williams or Douglas should have been released. I don't know, man. I don't know. D'Angelo, what's up? Yeah, hey Swift, man, send me a beat. Send it to my DM, and I'm gonna make that. I need something hard. You know what I'm saying? I like my little beat. You know my little noise, but I need something hard for this upcoming one, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to step it up. Something crazy. I'm knowledgeable in film breakdown. I'm going to start stepping into film breakdown because I feel that way I'll be able to articulate better what I got to say and the things that I see. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. But let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video, man. What makes an elite quarterback? All this speculation going on. You know what I'm saying? This is what I think. To me, this is the trend that I'm seeing. Elite quarterbacks, in my opinion, usually jump off. Elite quarterbacks jump off in year 2. Elite quarterbacks show you that they can take in the speed of the game year 1. They could take in the speed of the game year one, and by year two, they have mastered the speed of the game, and they've took what they learned from year two and had a successful year. So they took what they learned from year one and had a successful year two. That's an elite. That's the start of an elite quarterback. Take Peyton Manning, for instance. Peyton Manning threw 28 interceptions in his rookie year. Year two, he cut that in half. 4,000 passing yard season. This is around 99 or something like that. Carson Wentz looked like a rookie year one. Year two was a leading candidate for MVP, had he not got hurt. Patrick Mahomes rode the bench for most of year one. Nobody even knew if he was good enough. Year two, won MVP. Lamar Jackson. Year one, we knew he had wheels. Year two, won MVP. And then you got other guys who go about it a different way. You got other guys who have to sit and mature and learn the game. Peyton Manning. Listen. Playoff wins. Winning a playoff game in your first 4 years in the NFL does not make you an elite quarterback. It doesn't make you an elite quarterback. What's going on, Rude Girl? It doesn't. Tim Tebow has a playoff win. Blake Bortles has multiple playoff wins. I don't understand this notion now. Everybody's cherry picking anything when it comes to Carson Wentz. Oh, how many playoff wins he got? Well, Peyton Manning didn't win a playoff game until 2003. Mark Sanchez got a playoff win. Peyton Manning has not won a playoff game until 2003, I think. That was his 5th year in the league. Playoff wins don't matter. They will come if you're an elite quarterback. Learning the game is what matters. Mark Sanchez and Tim Tebow got a playoff win. Cool. Do they know the game, though? Have they learned the game? If they learned the game, Tim Tebow would be a talked about veteran. If you're not maturing in your position, you're not an elite quarterback. When people say crazy stuff like Kyler Murray is better than Carson Wentz, I gotta, come on, where? On what planet? On what planet can you realistically say that? On what planet can you realistically say that? Kyler Murray showed you what he showed you in week one. In year one. Carson Wentz has a track record for consistency with play on the field. Yeah, every quarterback has bad games. It happens. But at the end of it, at the end of the season, for the last 3 years, Carson Wentz statistical achievements have been consistent. 7 or fewer picks, over 20 touchdowns. Consistency. There's a thing called a sophomore slump, a second-year slump. It's a thing. It's a real thing. Don't be blinded by what you see from a quarterback in his second year, in the first year, because they all, listen, Baker Mayfield, they thought he was elite. He still don't got it figured out. He still don't got it figured out. Elite quarterbacks are guys that can win nothing around them. You know what I mean? I feel like we got to have this conversation weekly because there's a new criteria for an elite quarterback every week. Every week they make something new. Jay Cutler better than Dak Prescott. I'm not going to go that far. Every week they make something new. This is my biggest gripe. This is my biggest gripe with the NFL right now. I can honestly understand. Now, I don't believe this. I can honestly understand why somebody would say Lamar Jackson is better than Carson Wentz. The dude won MVP. I can understand why they would say that. I don't believe it at all. I can understand it, though. I cannot for the life of me understand why somebody would say Deshaun Watson is better than Carson Wentz. And the justification for it is this. Deshaun Watson won a playoff game. Shit, so did Kirk Cousins. That's your justification? Elite quarterbacks are made. Consistency on the field. Now, I will give Deshaun Watson this. Deshaun Watson did make that jump, that year one to year two jump. That's what put him on the map. Same thing for Carson. Same thing for Dan Marino. The good ones make that year two jump. Brett Favre wasn't that good by year two. He wasn't that good. Double-digit interceptions, Brett Favre wasn't that good. He just wasn't that good. And at the end of the day, man, some quarterbacks got to sit and learn. Drew Brees had a couple hiccups. Drew Brees didn't see consistent playing until he got to New Orleans. Drew Brees was with the Chargers for like 4 or 5 years, right? Some dudes got to get polished. And some dudes are going to be a problem when they do get polished because they're already elite, talent-wise. And Rodgers sat down for a long time to get polished. Come on. You know what I'm saying? Foles won us a ring and they don't consider him elite, so winning one playoff game doesn't mean anything. Exactly. There are quarterbacks who won Super Bowls who they don't consider elite. That's a good point. Brad Johnson won a Super Bowl with the Bucks. Is he elite? No, but he'll always be loved in Tampa Bay. The same way Nick Foles will always be loved in Philly. Deshaun Watson, 3,800 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions with Hopkins. Wentz beat him at every stat without anybody who could even stretch the field. That's another thing, man. That's another thing. Every time I say Carson Wentz threw for 4,000 passing yards with nobodies, people try to make up these excuses. They make up excuses for other players for who they don't even root for. It makes no sense to me, man. Carson Wentz's achievements and his stats are exactly what they are. You can't change the narrative. You can't change the narrative. And this, LB, we got to separate these guys somehow, and it's with the playoffs, bro. No, you don't have to separate elite quarterbacks with the playoffs because non-elite quarterbacks have made the playoffs. It's illogical. It doesn't make sense. You got to separate them by who won the most with the least because elite quarterbacks get paid. Elite quarterbacks get paid so much that you can't afford to put all these pieces around them all the time. Who's won the most with the least? Who's done it? You cannot separate it by playoffs because by that logic, where do you classify Lamar Jackson? Won MVP and never won a playoff game. Where do you classify it? We separate GOATs by Super Bowls and we separate current guys with playoff wins. No, you can't separate GOATs by Super Bowls because Nick Foles got the same amount of Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers. The same amount of Super Bowls as Aaron Rodgers. Is Nick Foles a GOAT? You don't separate GOATs by Super Bowls. You don't. Ben Roethlisberger won multiple Super Bowls. They don't even talk about that dude. I think he one of the GOATs. You can't separate GOATs by, you got to separate guys by consistency. Aaron Rodgers has been a consistent performer for his franchise. Matt Ryan has been a consistent performer for, there you go, Carson. Is Nick Foles better than Dan Marino? Nobody would ever say nothing like that. Elite quarterbacks are consistent in their performance on the field for their franchise. That's how you separate it. Lionel, man, thank you for the donation, bruh. The league needs to extend the roster to 62 players active in 18 games to evaluate talent, and players can only start 16 games. I like that idea to give some of these guys, you know what I'm saying, some tape, some of these unrestricted free agents. You know what I mean? I like that idea. So Wentz better than Mahomes because he do more with less. Your logic throwing me off. No, your logic is throwing me off. Your logic is throwing me off. You know, I don't understand your logic. Carson Wentz statistically was better than Patrick Mahomes last season. I think Patrick Mahomes threw like 40 more yards or something like that. I think Carson threw more touchdowns. Did Carson throw less picks? I don't know. I think Mahomes threw 5 picks. Mahomes threw less picks. So the stats are the same. But we all know we all know Patrick Mahomes has bona fide stars on his roster. He got a top 10 wide receiver. He got a top 3 tight end. He got top 10 guys on that line. We know what Patrick Mahomes working with, though. That don't even got to be said. Patrick Mahomes is good, though. Patrick Mahomes is a weapon in itself. Wentz fumbled 14 times last year. We got to fix that. I agree. I hope that's one of the big things that they're working on with Carson Wentz. That's the major flaw in his game. Lord Brunson, do you got the Eagles app? I don't know. I think I might, but I be hearing about stuff before it even hit the Eagles app sometimes. Eagles offense is better than the Chiefs at every position but wide receiver. Yo, bro. So the Eagles are better than the Chiefs at tight end. We don't have a tight end better than Travis Kelce, and that's just me keeping it real. Eagles better than the Chiefs at safety, cornerback. I don't even know if you're watching what's happening, bro. I just think you're a religious Eagles and Carson Wentz hater. I just think you're a religious Eagle and Carson Wentz hater. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. Dak is above Wentz in almost every category. Not wins last year, and not winning and against playoff teams. Stats are very minuscule, and dudes like Dak Prescott and what's old boy name that threw for 5,000 passing yards? Them two dudes. Damian Williams better than Miles Sanders. Come on, bro. Y'all wasn't screaming Miles Sanders is all this good until we won the division. Y'all wasn't screaming Miles Sanders until we won the division. There's a lot of monkey see, monkey do going on out here. Y'all, Miles Sanders wasn't a threat to none of y'all. Miles Sanders was not a threat to none of y'all. He wasn't. The weapon was Carson Wentz. When you game plan for stopping the Eagles, it's how can we rattle Carson Wentz? Nobody's game planning to stop Miles Sanders. How can we stop Carson Wentz from throwing the ball to Zach Ertz? That's the game plan. That's the game plan. When you game plan to stop Dallas, is how can we shut down Zeke? That's all you need to know. When you game planning to stop the Chiefs, how can we slow down Patrick Mahomes? This ends the elite conversation right now. When you game planning to stop Seattle, how can we keep Russell Wilson inside the pocket? Because he is deadly throwing the ball outside the pocket. Him and Carson Wentz was 1 and 2, as a matter of fact, in that stat. When you game plan to stop the Giants, how can we stop Saquon? Nobody's paying Daniel Jones any mind right now. Until he proves he's a force. You know what I'm saying? Till he proves he's a force. You cannot game plan to stop the Eagles by saying, let me stop Greg Ward. He was a practice squad receiver. Let me stop a rookie in Miles Sanders. Let me stop Boston Scott. In the scouting report, the practice squad ain't coming up on nobody's board when the coaches got to talk about playing the Philadelphia Eagles last season. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. For years, when Megatron was playing, nobody gave a damn about stopping Stafford. How do you stop Megatron? It's simple. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? It's simple. That ends the Dak Wentz debate. Come on, that been ended it. LB, I'm here for you, bro. I'm trying to warn you. I'm trying to warn you that the Philadelphia Eagles defensive line this upcoming season is going to be so good. Listen, I'm telling y'all, by week 5, they're going to be talking about the Philadelphia Eagles having the best defensive line. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. They're not talking about us right now, but they will be talking about this defensive line. And when this defensive line starts sinking their teeth in people, the turnovers are going to come again. Wentz going to get the ball more. The more Carson Wentz gets the ball, the more we get to see what Carson Wentz can do. This defensive line is coming. This defensive line is coming this year. Hargrave and Cox are going to be hard to stop, bruh. Are going to be hard to stop. When you get pressure with a defensive line and you get quarterbacks like Daniel Jones, who's going to throw the ball up. You know what I'm saying? You get quarterbacks like Dwayne Haskins. Let me tell y'all something about Daniel Jones and Dwayne Haskins. Daniel Jones and Dwayne Haskins are second-year players. Like I said, there's a thing called a second-year slump. You don't even know what to expect from them. They're second-year players who are going to have their second head coach already. Already, Daniel Jones and Dwayne Haskins has had more coaches than Carson Wentz. Already. If y'all don't think that's a cause for concern, I don't understand. I don't understand. What are my biggest concerns heading into the season? One of my biggest ones is who is going to play second fiddle to Miles Sanders? I like Corey Clement. I like how he looking. That's my biggest concern for me. Because I think linebacker going to take care of itself. I think cornerback going to take care of itself. And I think the pass rush with Malik Jackson coming back, my God, I can't wait. My God. Haskins is not athletic. On week 1, Haskins going to have to stand there and complete a pass with those scoundrels bearing down on him. You know what I'm saying? All these coaches will confuse you at some point. That's just common knowledge. Who will start at middle linebacker? I like the dude from Temple to do it. I'm a dude from Temple to do it. How do I feel about Malik Jackson playing DN? If he could do it, he could do it. But Malik Jackson on it, like the end, and this is another thing people not taking into consideration on our defensive line. Derek Barnett is 24. 24 years old. Derek Barnett been in the league, this is 5th year now? 4th year, something like that? He 24. I think Duke Riley, Rule Girl, is more of a special teams guru. He 24. Hightower is 24. We just drafted him. Casey Toohill was 24. We just drafted him. That experience that Derek Barnett got, if it come alive this year, with how good I think this pass rush going to be from the interior, come on, bro. Grind Time CEO, what up? Eagles fans, bruh, stupid. Who you talking about, Dylan? Watch your mouth. By the end of training camp, Davion Taylor will be a starter at linebacker. I can see that happening as well. You can't say GOATs win Super Bowls. Many garbage quarterbacks win Super Bowls because of top 10 defenses. Trent Dilfer. Exactly. Peyton Manning won his second Super Bowl because of a top defense. Tom Brady won his last Super Bowl because of a top defense. You know what I'm saying? You can't say that. You can't say that. Now, I will say this about Nick Foles. Nick Foles won a shootout in the Super Bowl. We couldn't stop the Patriots. Hargrave and Cox together is madness. Fletcher going to get double-digit sacks. I think Fletcher going to have a really productive year. Man. Graham, oh my God. It's not gonna be too many places. And then Davion Taylor with the sideline and sideline speed. It's not gonna be too many places. You know, I think I want to do my first film breakdown on Davion Taylor. I think I want to do a film breakdown this week on Davion Taylor, bro. I just want to highlight the end speed this kid has, man, and how it can affect what we doing. I really want to do it. By standards, Daniel Jones is elite because he did more with less last season. All his weapons were hurt, and his top receiver was a 5th-round pick. No, by my standards, you're wrong because he had more than Carson Wentz. You're not making no sense. Did Daniel Jones have a wide receiver with more than 500 passing yards? Yeah, he did. And he had a 1,000-yard rushing running back. Eagles had neither one. You're wrong. To you, it looked like he ain't have no weapons. But Carson Wentz took having no weapons to a different level. Carson Wentz took having no weapons to a level that you will never understand. A level you will never understand. If Carson Wentz had what Daniel Jones had last season, we probably would have won 12, 13 games. And how did Daniel Jones do more than Carson Wentz? He lost the division. I don't understand nothing. I don't understand anything y'all talking about. Golden Tate was better than every wide receiver we had last year. So was that kid Slayton. LT, you good, LT. You a lie. Wentz wouldn't last 2 games behind that line. Listen, man, I'm not here to play shoulda, coulda, woulda with you. Hey, Karen Littlejohn, what up? I'm not here to play shoulda, woulda, coulda with you, man. I'm here to tell you that Carson Wentz had the worst weapons in the history of the NFL and still threw 4,000 pass yards. That's what I'm here to tell you. That's what I'm here to tell you. I'm here to tell you that. Wentz fragile. How many games did Daniel Jones miss last season? Lord Brunson, do you think Miles Sanders is capable of putting up Saquon numbers? Yeah, I think he is. Had Miles Sanders would have been hitting the hole early in the season, how he was hitting it late in the season, he would have had 1,000 yards rushing. He would have had 1,000 yards rushing. I think Miles Sanders is capable. I think the sky's the limit for Miles Sanders. The sky's the limit for Miles Sanders, man. It's all about him understanding how to just be a direct runner. Rude Girl, what up? Thank you for the donation. It's all about him understanding how to be just an effective rusher. You know what I mean? Penn State running backs, man. You know, the school that Miles Sanders and Saquon come from is, it seems like the running back style there is just, I can outdance a lot of people and then pick a hole and hit it. Well, that don't work all the time in the NFL. It don't work all the time in the NFL. Saquon is learning that as well, because Saquon has 4-yard runs, 3-yard runs, 2-yard runs. Then he popped that one big one for 60. And then it balances out all the stats. When Saquon and Miles Sanders don't dance around, they're far more effective. Far more effective. You know what I'm saying? Far more effective. I think Miles Sanders I don't think it takes much more to tackle Miles Sanders than it do to much more to tackle Saquon than it does to tackle Miles Sanders. We make having no weapons look good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it was so easy what Carson Wentz did last season, I just don't understand why no other quarterback in history did it. I don't understand it. LB, you need to do a live call-in. The live call-in is being set up as we speak. I need a new monitor, though, because I want to have my MacBook up and a new monitor since I'm going to have so many programs open. So I want a new monitor while I'm doing that. So I might grab that today, actually. Don't worry. We on deck. Miles is hungry, too. Lord Brunson, you should be Eagles coach. I mean, I don't think I could outcoach Doug Peterson, but in terms, I could be a linebacker coach for sure. For sure. Because if you come to the facility on game day and you're not hungry, after we talk for 20 minutes, you're going to be hungry. Because I'm going to explain to you that nobody else out there on the field is better than you. I'm going to make you feel while you're here. You're going to feel like a Hall of Famer after every time we talk. You know what I'm saying? LB, you're good at what you do. I appreciate you, Rock. Everyone, we have no weapons. Carson, hold my beer. Exactly, Bird Gang. And that's what I'm saying. Like, just because we won a division with no weapons, people want to say y'all had weapons. I went over the Zach Ertz thing and the Dallas Goedert thing. I went over it. Oh, Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, all y'all had to. They're trying to find anything. How elite of a deep threat was Zach Ertz when his longest reception was 30 yards? 30 yards. Need a free monitor? No, I don't need a free one, man. I'm gonna just buy one. Cause who knows how long it's gonna take for you to send me that monitor, Jim. I appreciate you though, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you. Matter of fact, send me a DM, man. If you live nearby or something, I probably could scoop it from you, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just waiting for my monitor. You know what I'm saying? But Zach Ertz, his longest reception was 30 yards. Oh, but you had Zach and Goddard. Goddard's longest reception was 28 yards. Hey, thank you for so damn clutch. Thank you for the donation, bro. DBs will be in their back pedal all season. It's finna be a track meet every play. Exactly. They're gonna be backpedaling. I don't understand the hate Carson Wentz gets. Somebody make that make sense. Kirsten, I'm gonna break it down for you right now. Brady would have won the Super Bowl with Wentz weapons. Fisk, we've been over this, Fisk. Brady didn't win a Super Bowl with his weapons. Julian Edelman had 100 receptions. Julian Edelman had the most receiving yards he's ever had in any season last season. He didn't win it with his own weapons. He would have suffered with Carson's. This is why I believe that the Carson Wentz hate is so extreme. And I'll take 10% of the ownership for this. I'll take 10% of it. Because of guys like me, Guys like Philly 500, putting out stats that you can't refute. You can't debate the type of stuff that I'm putting out to you. Nobody can debate it. All you can do is make an excuse. All you can do is make an excuse. When I ask a Cowboys fan, for example, why did y'all go 8-8? Why did y'all go 8-8? They're going to tell me coaching, right? They're going to tell me coaching. And the lack of this and the lack of that. But wait a minute. If a quarterback is an elite, can't he overcome some of them obstacles? Wait a minute. It's an elite quarterback's job to overcome some of these obstacles, right? Because when you tell me coaching, and I can put on some tape of Dak Prescott stinking it up against the Eagles, that's not coaching. I can put on tape of Amari Cooper stinking it up against the Eagles, that's not coaching. I could put on tape of Ezekiel Elliott pulling himself out the game and then Tony Pollard fumble and we take over. That ain't coaching. It's a lack of heart. It's a difference. It's a difference. You know what I'm saying? When me and Philly 500 make these videos every week and everybody else that make Eagles content, when we blatantly put out these facts and they cannot debate these facts, they can't come up with a logical reason as to why they hate Carson Wentz. Because I'm not lying when I tell you he's the first quarterback in the history of the game for 4,000 passing yards without a 500-yard receiver. What they do is say, oh, that's not that big of a deal. Well, how nobody else never done it then? I'm not lying when I tell you he didn't throw double-digit interceptions since a rookie. I'm not lying when I tell you that in 2017 when he was drafted, the fortunes of the franchise changed. We got a bowl based off his hard work that he did to get us the first round bye. I'm not lying when I tell you these things. Just because you can't say it ain't true, you got to hate on him. You got to hate on him. Just because you say it ain't true. 3 players were over 500 yards. You see what I'm saying? He refuses to accept the facts. He refuses to accept the facts. I've talked about this many times to him and to a lot of other people. Just 3 players were over 500 yards. But those 3 players don't run plays designed to stretch the field. They are not wide receivers. But the more look, that's why they got to hate it. That's why they got to hate it. They got to hate it because they can't dispute the facts. They got to hate it. You got to have miles and miles of heart to play this game. The Cowgirls don't have, they don't. Longest active streak of at least one passing touchdown with 19. The Philly Talk podcast. When I say that stat too, like I said that in my debate. I said that in my debate against Vach. He's the only quarterback last season to throw a touchdown pass in every game. Oh, there's plenty of elite quarterbacks who don't throw a touchdown pass around 4 times a game. I said, where? I couldn't find one. Because Mahomes only had 1 game last season where he didn't throw a touchdown pass. Russell Wilson only had 1 game last season where he didn't throw a touchdown pass. Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson, and Patrick Mahomes combined for 42 regular season games. 42 regular season games. 42. And only 2 of those games out of the 42, a touchdown pass wasn't thrown. That is elite. That's the cream of the crop. Those 3 guys are the cream of the crop. Dak Prescott, 4 games where he didn't throw a touchdown pass. They lost all 4 games. Had he thrown a touchdown pass in 2 of them games, they probably would have won the division. Deshaun Watson, 4 games where he didn't throw a touchdown pass. I believe. His team still won the games where he didn't throw touchdown passes in. 2 games. 2 of the games his team still won. Lamar Jackson, around 3 or 4 games, 2, something like that. 2 games, I think 3 games where he didn't throw one. And these are the guys we're talking about that's elite. Y'all got to understand this. 4 games is 25%. That's a quarter of the season. Good coaches judge seasons in quarters. If you have a quarter of the season where you didn't throw a touchdown pass, you need to adjust. You need to adjust if you're asking me, bruh. Fitz Vegas spends so much time hating on Carson Wentz because he's terrified of him. When the last time the Giants beat us? When the last time the Giants beat us? Come on, bruh. LB, do you think we should have played at least 2 preseason games? I think that you should have played at least 1 preseason game. You got to play 1 at least. 1 or 2. 2 is good. But you got to ensure the safety of these guys so we can have a regular season. Preseason helps put tape out on some of these guys, man. Some of these guys not going to make the roster, and some of these guys are good. Do you realize that a lot of undrafted free agents are, it's Hall of Famers who are undrafted free agents. It's so many diamonds in the rough, man, that I think the tape is important. DJ threw a touchdown in every game. So by LB logic, he's elite. He threw a touchdown in every game. How many games did he play? How many games did he play? Because if you played 5 games, if you played 10 games in a season, that's not impressive to me. That's not impressive to me. If he played 12 games and he threw a touchdown pass in all 12 of them games that he started, then that's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. But like I said, going back to that whole quarter of the season thing, it's still a quarter of it missing. It's still 25% of it missing. So you don't know. Listen, you could chop off the 4 that Dak didn't throw a touchdown, then he got 12 too. Play all 16 and let me see what happened for him. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Wentz missed all those games in Dak. Hold on. And then also at the end of the day, didn't Daniel Jones miss some games because of injury? Didn't he miss some games because of injury? Mahomes missed 2 games because of injury. Daniel Jones was benched. I thought Daniel Jones missed some games because of injury. I didn't know if he was benched. LB, why you go there? Why go there on who? I don't know. Fisk, I don't think DJ bad. Definitely got potential to be something, but you got him like he top 3. I don't know if he was benched. I thought he was injured. He was injured, and then Eli came in and tried to upset us. Yes, he was injured. He didn't get benched because of no farewell tour. And while you out here talking about this wheelchair Wentz shit, your boy missed a game due to injury last season, and my guy didn't. Patrick Mahomes missed 2 games due to injury. But that's only 2 games. No, they wanted to give Eli the farewell tour. Come on, you can't convince us that, bro. I think I remember him getting injured. He had a high ankle sprain. That's what I'm saying. I remember him getting injured. Bro, they wanted Eli to start the final home game. Fisk, go ahead. Go ahead, Fisk. He was injured, man. I remember now. Deshaun Watson gets all the love. Dude gets hurt almost every year. Yeah, Deshaun Watson get a lot of love. If Dak was so good, he would have made Garrett look like a better coach. If Dak was so good, he would. This the thing, though. This the thing with the Dak and the Garrett thing to me. I feel like that Garrett deserves a lot more credit. If you're going to run around here and tell me that Dak Prescott is the second winningest coach since coming in the game in 2016, you got to say Garrett is the second winningest coach. Garrett is the second winningest coach if you're going to say Dak is the second winningest QB. You got to give him his respect, too. So all them games that Dak... So when Dak is the second winningest QB, Garrett don't get no respect for that? I don't get it. How big of a role does Garrett have if he don't even call the plays? He don't call the defensive plays. He just a fallout guy for the press conference. For real, for real. Come on, bruh. How you blaming the guy who don't call plays? I thought Stafford was going to have a good season, yeah. It was a concussion that Daniel Jones had. I knew he got hurt. But you worrying about the health of my guy who played all 16? LB, I gotta talk a lot of smack, but that Eli final home game was a real thing, man. Trust me. I can't trust that. Because Daniel Jones was hurt. I can't trust that. Matter of fact, at LB, I got Carson being the first QB to throw 6,000 yards in the season. I don't know about that. That's hard to do. If he can throw 400 with nothing, imagine what he could do with everybody out there. I want to see. I think he's going to throw 5,000. But in order for him to throw 5,000, he's going to need a superstar wide receiver. He's going to need a guy that demands the ball, and we start throwing more. He's going to need a guy that demands the ball. You know what I'm saying? Right. In the Minnesota game, Carson was cooking, but our defense was atrocious. It was atrocious. I think that's the game I want to end up breaking down, the Minnesota Vikings game. That's the game I want to break down because we couldn't stop Dalvin Cook to save our lives. We could not stop Dalvin Cook. That's 2 games Carson was cooking. 2 games, the Dolphins game and the Vikings game, he was cooking. Should have been a dub. Should have been a dub. But Kirk Cousins could drop back, close his eyes, and throw it up to Thielen or Thiggs, and we getting smoked. We getting smoked. I don't think nobody's secondary gave it up. Gave up the draws like ours, man. Our secondary was just terrible, bro. Terrible. Our secondary was just terrible. Our secondary was just terrible. Yeah, Fisk, you really sound like a hater out here, Fisk. We don't hate Daniel Jones. We see the potential in Daniel Jones. But you hate Carson Wentz for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know why these people hate Carson Wentz like that. He don't do nothing crazy in the media. He not doing no... my guy Lazarus, man. Thank you for the donation, bruh. He said, new to the channel. We're here to stay. Go Birds. I appreciate you, brother. And Slay not going to make it no better. LOL, what did he do for Detroit secondary last year? Slay was a Pro Bowler last year. What are you talking about? Slay was a Pro Bowler in a down year. What are you talking about, bruh? These dudes don't watch football. They just want to argue with LB. I don't even think he watched what's happening, man. I don't even think he watched what's happening, bruh. Fisk, you running a real hot... Fisk, you are running. You are running. Why y'all get mad when they disrespect us? That's when we thrive. True, you're right, DH Eagle, but Fisk, you are running a real high risk. It's a guy who comes to my page every time, JJ Thriller. He had a wrench. He had a wrench. Had being the key word, Fisk, you're running a high risk. A high risk. Slay been a Pro Bowler for the last 3 to 4 years. Slay is a beast, man. Slay is a beast. Slay is the top paid cornerback in the game. It's not for no reason. Because he's in Philly, our franchise players and coaches always get disrespected and people just follow. You right. Yo, you acknowledged him and not your boy. Who you mean, Cool Eagle? What's up? Hey, shout out to you, Cool Eagle, man. My bad, man. My bad. I'm a Lions fan. Slay was cooking. I know. Don, shout out to you, man. You been around for a minute, bro. You've been around for a minute. Fist just trolling. Let me get my guy Lamont a wrench. Lamont been around. These cookies, you ain't missed much. Fist says Wentz is soft, but he threw a touchdown pass with a torn ACL. Listen, man, he calling wheelchair Wentz, but Daniel Jones had a concussion last year and missed the regular season game. I don't understand how you could call Wentz soft. I don't know why Ben didn't dissect that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna break down some film later on. Hey, if you ain't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and all of that, man. Nah, close the rent shop. All right, we're gonna take a vote. I'm gonna take a vote. I'm gonna take a vote on the page. Should I close the rent shop or not? You know what I'm saying? But I ain't been giving that out lately though. But Carson Wentz is the epitome of an elite quarterback. Bottom line, the epitome of an elite quarterback. You know what I mean? And if you can't see it, you'll be forced. You'll be forced to bend the knee. You will be forced. You will be forced to utter the words out your mouth this year. You will be forced. Hey, make sure you're sub up my young boy, man, Bashir Randall, man. My young boy, real knowledgeable, young dude, man. Charismatic, man. I'm trying to tell you, man. Make sure you're sub him up, man. You're not going to be disappointed, man. I love that kid, bro. I love him, man. I'm going to have him on the channel, man. You know what I mean? But I'm going to do a film breakdown on the Eagles and the Vikings game. That was a real interesting game. And exactly how much a bad secondary can destroy a game for a quarterback who has everything working for him. And he had multiple games like that last season, but it still didn't stop him from winning the division. That is elite. That's elite. You know what I mean? That's elite to me, man. That's elite. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna try to have that. I'm gonna try to have that coming up tonight. I'm gonna work on it when I get home after I see my guy Isaac the Barber cut. About to be stupid though. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is, man. We got a lot to discuss, man. Official video coming later. I appreciate y'all. You already know. And thank y'all for copping the merch too, man. You know what I mean? A bunch of orders went out last night. The Kelly Green hoodie is a real popular one, man. If you want to check it out, I'm going to put the link to the description right here. And, you know, that's how we going to do it, man. What up?